Hello there, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be making healthy pizza using whole wheat. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So I have my pastry flour. You can use all-purpose flour. I have my whole wheat there. I have my cheddar cheese. You can use mozzarella cheese. Amount of mozzarella. I have sugar. I have instant yeast. I have salt here. That is for my pizza dough. And for the toppings, I have onions, carrots, cucumber, chili pepper, and bell pepper. So the toppings is dependent on you. And I have sweet corn here, and then my chicken breast that I'll be using. And for the sauce, I have onions, bell pepper, chicken pepper, scotch bonnet, garlic. I have dill, basil, parsley, and oregano plus cayenne pepper. So that is for my, and then tomato paste. That will be for my pizza sauce or base. So you can use fresh tomatoes. I have milk here, coconut milk. You can use fresh or dairy milk if you want to. So we'll start by making our pizza dough because it will take a while for it to rise. This is my whole wheat going in there. So I'm using 2 cups of plain or pastry flour, then half cup of whole wheat. This is my sugar, 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. Then I'll use half teaspoon of salt, and then my yeast. I'll use 2 teaspoons because of the whole wheat. So when you're adding whole wheat, the yeast should be more. If I wasn't using the whole wheat and just plain flour, I would have used 1.5, but the whole wheat delays the reaction of the yeast, so I use more yeast when I'm adding whole wheat. The whole wheat is healthy. It helps the pizza to digest faster, and it's rich in fiber. This is my coconut milk, fresh coconut milk. The recipe is on my channel. You can use dairy milk or even water to form your dough, that's fine, but I'm using coconut milk. So just mix the ingredients until they combine to form a dough. Not so much, it shouldn't be too soft, it shouldn't be too hard. So this is diabetic friendly because of the whole wheat, so you break the gluten in the plain flour. But if you're not a fan of whole wheat or you don't have whole wheat, you can just use plain flour. So my dough is done. I'll just knead it for some few minutes. I'm kneading it in the bowl, but if you're not comfortable kneading it in the bowl, you can just knead it on your worktop or on a board. That is perfect. So just a little oil to grease the surface. And then we allow it to rest or sit to rise. So while doing this, I've preheated my oven for like 2 minutes and turn it off. This is just to make the oven a bit warm, and then we put it inside. The warm temperature of the oven will help the yeast to react faster, or to help the dough to rise faster. So the next thing to do is to make the pizza sauce. I have my saucepan on fire preheating to start my sauce. So while my pan is heating up, I'll just blend my pepper, onion, and the aromatics or the herb spices. So with the herb spices, I'm choosing to use these as a parsley, oregano, and the rest. So you can use any spices of your choice. If you are reactive to any of the spices that I'm using, you can feel free to use whatever that you are comfortable with. If you don't have the fresh spices, you can use a complete seasoning or any spices that you feel you want to use. So I don't have fresh tomatoes, I'm using tomato paste. If you have fresh tomatoes, you can feel free to add the fresh tomatoes to this and then blend with it. So because I don't have tomatoes, I'm using more onions. Just to add in my fresh herb spices. They add good flavor and taste to the food and the aroma too. So, and it's healthier. So I like to use the fresh ones. I think my pan is heated up. I'll just add in a little oil, not so much, just a little oil. So this is about 1 to 2 tablespoons, and then my tomato paste will go in there. So I'll let the tomato paste steam while I blend my pepper, onion, garlic, and then the rest of the spices or the ingredients that I put in the blender. So just add in a little water and blend all the way. So with the pepper I'm using, you can use the red peppers, even the bell pepper. You can use red ones, the cayenne pepper, and the amount of pepper depends on how much spices or how much pepper you can tolerate. So but all these peppers I'm using, they are very spicy, but I like my pizza sauce very spicy. So you can always regulate the quantity of pepper, or even all the ingredients I'm using. You can always regulate the quantity. So just give that a stir. This is a simple sauce. You don't use so much oil because you don't want to have a soggy pizza, or you don't want your pizza to be full of oil. So this is my salt. Give that a stir. And then I have a mixture of shrimp and herrings powder. This is in place of bouillon or Maggi cube. So I'll just stir this and let it simmer. So I've cut my chicken. The next thing is to marinate it. I'm using chicken as a protein choice. You can use mushroom, you can use fish, tuna, whatever that you want to. So I'm just marinating it. I put in salt. I have marinade here. The recipe for the marinade is on my channel. You can check how I make my marinade, and then you can make yours too. So as I said, you can choose to use tin fish, mushroom, any protein of your choice, and I've chosen chicken breast. You can use the thigh and just get your bones out of it. So my pizza sauce is ready. The water has drained off, and this is just perfect. The aroma too is so good, trust me. That is the effect of the fresh herb spices. So I've just put my chicken on. I wouldn't add water. The moisture of the chicken or the water in the chicken will cook it, so just allow it to cook naturally. So as I said, the chicken breast is very soft. You don't add water. It's cooked. I didn't add any water, just water in it cooked it. So I'll take this off, allow it to cool while I cut my veggies. After about an hour, my pizza dough has risen, or it has doubled up in quantity. If I hadn't added the whole wheat, it would have been more than this, but this is okay, and it's very soft too. So I'll just grease. This is the pan I'm using. If you have a pizza pan, fine. If you don't have a pizza pan, don't worry yourself to go buy one. Just use your baking sheet or tray. It will still make your pizza for you. If you don't have an oven, so you can put this on a frying pan with low to medium heat, and then allow it to cook or whatever for you. So I'm transferring the dough into the pan. I've greased the pan. You can use oil, butter, any greasing agent of your choice to grease your pan. So just use your fingers to spread the dough throughout the pan. So it's very important to grease your pan so that your pizza doesn't stick on the pan when you are ready, or when it's ready you wouldn't be able to take it off the pan. So just spread it with your fingers on the pan, and then we add the rest. So I use this opportunity to welcome all new persons here. You are warmly welcome. Kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and turn on post notifications and share with your family and friends as well. So this is my dough. The next thing is to add my pizza sauce and then spread it. So if you don't want to go through this, if you have tomato stew, you can use it, but making your pizza sauce to makes the pizza taste much better. So after spreading my pizza sauce, the next thing is to top up. So I start by topping up with some of the cheese. If you like, you can put your veggies and everything before you put the cheese, but I divide the cheese into two. I put some at the beginning, then I go in with the veggies. So the toppings is based, or is just based on your preference, whatever veggies that you want to top with. You can even use sausage in place of the chicken. You can decide not to use veggies. You can decide to add more veggies. You can add olives, whatever that you want to use to top your pizza. It's all dependent on you, and whatever shape or whichever way that you want to cut your veggies to, it's all up to you. You can even decide to shred your veggies. There's no problem, but be sure not to use veggies like cabbage to top your pizza, because there's a lot of water in cabbage and it might go in and destroy or spoil the dough for you. So that's just it, but any veggies you can. So this is my chicken going in there. As I said, you can use tuna, sardine, any protein, or even mushroom. That is for the vegans. That's up to you. And chicken breast is very healthy, cholesterol free, so I'm using it, and I'm using more of the veggies. So it's always good to make your own pizza, because you get to choose the toppings and you top it the way you want to. And I'm adding in corn. Corn is rich in fiber, so remember, this is a healthy. We are trying to make it as healthy as possible, so more veggies and all that. So, and then more cheese. As I said, you can use mozzarella. Ideally you should use mozzarella, but I'm out of mozzarella and I like cheddar cheese too, so I'm just using the cheddar cheese to make the pizza. More toppings, and then I'm adding in a bit of the fresh cayenne pepper to make it more spicy. I like my pizza very spicy. So that's the effect of, or that's one good thing of making your own pizza. You get to top it the way that you like. So I'm just dropping some fresh basil there. Meanwhile, I've preheated my oven, so right after this is going straight into the oven. So always preheat your oven when you start topping your pizza. After about 20 minutes, my pizza is ready and I'm just slicing it. Don't worry, I'll show you the final result. And this smells so good, and it's really delicious. Trust me, and very healthy. I'm sure you'd like to try this. Don't forget to leave your reviews and comments if you try this and recreate it. You can recreate it or do it whichever way. Feel free to use any ingredients of your choice, and just be guided with the ingredients that I'm using and top it your way. So time to see our pizza looking so delicious, and it's really delicious than it actually looks. So just a slice is that thick, and I like mine very brown, so that's why I stayed in the oven for that long. I hope you try this recipe at home. As I said, thank you so much for watching. Until I come your way next time, is bye.